How's it going, everybody? Christian with GenTech here. Today I want to talk to you guys about Facebook ads in 2022, and honestly, let's just reminisce on the crazy year we all went through. 2021 was the craziest Facebook ad year, I think, to date, with the changes in iOS and everybody losing their tracking, Facebook trying to figure out what to do next, how to solve this issue. But then again, when you're investing in a multi-billion-dollar company, you know they're good at problem solving. So we're not too worried about that, because right now I want to talk to you guys about what to do next. There's no point in looking back into the past and trying to, what did we do wrong in 2021? No, let's talk about 2022, what you can do for your business today to actually improve your results. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is the tracking. So obviously, if you're having tracking issues, where are the tracking issues not present? Guess what? It's on the platform itself. So obviously, if you're an e-commerce store and you're sending people over to your website and you're having trouble adding to cart and checkout and tracking with all that, now obviously there's solutions to these, and obviously you can set up Conversions API, which usually solves that problem for you. But again, is it bulletproof? It's not as bulletproof as the on-platform stuff. So what I'm talking about here is a couple different things. Message ads, engagement ads, lead generation ads, to be specific, because with these types of ads, people are going to be directly filling out their info on the platform, which again, Facebook is allowed to track. So obviously we want to track our customers. We want to know their shopping habits, what they're opting into, which offers do they like better, because in that way, not only are we able to grow our business, but we're also able to provide our consumers with what they actually want to see and what they actually want to get out of our business. What I also want to add is, before Facebook ads, when it comes to lead gen, it was very, I would say, low quality, if you will, just because everything was pre-filled out. And just think about it yourself. What email did you use to create your Facebook? Honestly, I had to change mine, because I honestly don't even have access to the one I used to create my Facebook, because, again, old emails, you maybe did them years and years ago. But what Facebook lead gen has now is manual input for their emails. And what you can do now is custom questions, which are able to filter out some people for you. What I really recommend is either having a multiple choice or a short answer that people have to manually type in, which greatly increases your lead quality. Now, the next point I want to talk about is video ads. Video ads, come on now with Reels, IGTV, videos, and then you have photos over there on the side. So when you are running photo ads, you're really missing out on a huge portion of not only data, but also engagement with your customer, because a photo can only do so much for you to engage with it. A video, however, it can touch on different emotion points, which then can actually lead to people wanting to look at your ad longer. So obviously Facebook wants that. And when I say Facebook, I'm talking about Facebook and Instagram, of course, because obviously they ran within the same backend. And when someone is engaging with your ad through a video view, Facebook actually records how long of that video do they watch. You can't do the same thing with an image. So that's why it's even better to use videos nowadays. I'm gonna get much deeper into videos because there's so much to talk about. But I wanna talk about that little problem that I just mentioned, is using photo ads. Are photo ads terrible? No, they're not. However, what you can do to spice up your photos is actually adding some GIFs onto the photo and then using those as video ads. You can even add sparkles or whatever it is that can actually make your photo look a little more alive, and then you can actually run with that as a video ad, even though at its core it is just a photo. The next thing on the video that I want to talk about is something that probably everybody has at least seen by now, is a TikTok, whether it's a viral video or a TikTok dance or whatever it may be. At the end of the day, that video format, the reason it became so powerful and so engaging is because it's meant for the consumer. It's not meant as a commercial ad. You see what I'm saying? So, even if you look at big accounts that usually you would think of them as big corporate companies, their TikTok is all fun and games. You know what I mean? So look at Duolingo, for example. Actually, just go ahead, look at their TikTok. They're obviously an app that helps you with languages, but their TikTok is more or less not very related to that, but it's one of the most engaging company TikToks I've seen to date. So that's just to show you that those style of videos are very meant for the consumer, And that's why utilizing those for yourself, including the fact that now you can actually run real ads to be specific, that is definitely something that you want to utilize, especially, I mean, I feel like in the marketing world, it's kind of common sense by now. When Facebook releases a new feature, the go-to is to actually use that because they want to promote it so that more people start using it. So obviously using TikTok style ads as story ads, as real ads, those are absolutely killing it nowadays. So I definitely recommend you guys actually go ahead and try some of those. Test them against your winning creatives and see how they do. Another thing that I've been noticing is when people get too emotional about their tracking, I mean, at the end of the day, like we need to think back about what marketing really is. It's more attention equal more business, equal better business, equals you can actually work with the people you want to work with. So when people see that, okay, this ad did really good with the cost per click, but then not many people are adding to cart, not many people are checking out, not many people are purchasing, obviously you can go ahead onto your website and fix those things, because the tracking, again, it's not bulletproof, but it's giving you a small idea of what's actually going on. However, the one thing that you can control is actually your audience. Don't get too attached to certain audiences and try to narrow it down and try to pick the exact customer that is seeing your ad, because nowadays, honestly, broader audiences are doing better, because when Facebook is not able to track everything, what they're able to do is actually track what's happening on their platform, as we previously mentioned. So just let Facebook do its job. You think that if you're selling fishing gear and you set up an ad that is an open audience, but the product itself is a fishing like rod or something like that, you think Facebook doesn't know who the people who are engaging with these types of pages are? Of course they do. So at the end of the day, again, go with a bigger audience. Again, test it against your winning ad sets or target audiences. And I mean, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, because I've been seeing way more success with broader audiences nowadays. So give it a shot. Even control audiences, blank audiences are killing it nowadays, just because you let Facebook actually do their job. You know what I mean? You're not gonna hire a plumber to come to your house and then you're gonna be under the sink trying to screw it yourself. So like, let the professionals do their job. Again, Facebook obviously knows how to advertise. Like, they're one of the biggest advertising, if not the biggest advertising platform in the world. So again, obviously they know who their customers are. They know who's engaging with certain types of ads. So let them do their job. Another thing I want to highlight nowadays, and it's more important than ever, is lookalike as well as re-engagement. Again, re-engagement as well as retargeting. So I put that re-engagement in there, and I'm going to get to that in just a second, but I think it's probably one of the most powerful ads that most of my clients are running at the moment. Again, obviously, if their audience size does permit it, I 100% recommend running re-engagement ads. But let's start with lookalike audiences. And again, you used to be able to pull them off Facebook and do all the lookalike audience stuff from your website on Facebook. Again, you still can do that. However, my strategy is slightly different. What I like to do is I like to go onto the website, download the customer list. Again, this literally killed it for one of our clients. You download the customer list and you upload it to Facebook. So rather than creating the lookalike audience of buyers on Facebook, just get the actual buyers from your website, feed that data into Facebook, and then that right there is your lookalike audience. And nowadays, I really do recommend you to have at least 500 purchases or so before actually doing that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people already have 500 purchases, but as a small business, again, we already talked about having a bigger, broader control style audience. So that is solved for you. For medium-sized businesses, I would say definitely download your customer list. And I would say re-engagement is for a medium or smallish to medium-sized businesses, because I definitely think that businesses of that size are in a position to where they want to be in front of their customers again. Because usually if your business is too small, then running a re-engagement campaign won't even spend that much money. It's not going to spend any of the spend that you tell it to spend per day, just because it doesn't actually have the audience to target, right? So, and what is a re-engagement campaign at its core? Is it retargeting people who have purchases or added to cart or viewed your content? No, it's actually just people who engaged or watched a certain percentage of your videos. So watched 30% of my video, 50% of my video, or people who have engaged with your account within the last, let's say 180 days, 6 months or whatever. So these are people who have been following you, people who have been commenting, liking on your posts and all that. I definitely recommend everybody to be running these types of ads because again, getting someone to like your photo is much easier than getting someone to buy on your website. So technically, smallish to medium-sized businesses have a lot of data here instead of the purchase section. So that's why I would 100% recommend everybody to be running these types of ads. I've seen tremendous success with all my clients that I've been running these ads for. So I 100% recommend you guys to do that as well. And obviously the last thing I want to talk about is retargeting. So obviously we know retargeting people who have purchased, retargeting people who have added to cart. Obviously you can still do that through the pixel, but just as the custom audience that I just mentioned before, download those sales off your website and run ads towards people, for example, who just purchased. So like you can download only lists of people who have purchased instead of downloading a customer list, which usually includes people who have subscribed to your email list, this and that. So that's pretty much it. I really think that if you implement all the things that I mentioned, a lot of the issues and problems that you've probably faced because of the iOS update will be solved. And again, these are just some creative ways to show your content to more people in different formats and show your ad to people who've seen you before in different formats, because now that you know that you're retargeting them or re-engaging with them, you can use maybe different vocabulary, maybe stronger discounts, maybe higher incentives. And at the end of the day, like, we need to think about Facebook ads not just as like something that we can track every little thing, because that actually spoils us. At the end of the day, work on a good offer, have a good product, and give it to someone who actually wants to buy from you. And all these numbers, they're up in the air. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, as long as you're growing your business, helping people get the product that they want, as well as giving them a good offer for it, it's a win. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment your thoughts. Let me know what you guys have tips for 2022. I'm sure I'm having a community down there in the comments of people sharing tips to each other would be good for everyone. So feel free to do so, and I'll see you guys on the next one.